Paul, the Glens at home in the Irish Cup, live TV, under the lights. Doesn't really get much bigger.
No, it certainly doesn't. Obviously, local derby. It's handy for the Glen men getting down to Blanchflower, and as you say, big game, fifth round of the Irish Cup, and we're all looking forward to it.
Certainly not a hard job to motivate your lads, I would expect.
No, not really. Obviously we played them twice pre-season, and then on the County Antrim, and they were both good games. So the Glens will know a lot about us, and we know a lot about them. So the players are looking forward to it.
Lots of connections, of course, between the two clubs down through the years.
Yeah, a lot of players obviously came from the Glens, finished off their career at the Welders. Uh, so it'll be obviously an interesting spectacle. Times have slightly changed now. We're a younger team now, and we're a kind of developing team, developing club. So we're hoping that we can give a good account ourselves on the night, but we recognise that we have to play very, very well, and they have to have an off day.
41 years since the Glens have played, since the Welders have played the Glens in the Irish Cup. In fact, it's the only other time it's ever happened. There was a young whippersnapper in the Welders team that day called Gary Hillis.
Well, it's Gary always reminds us about that game. He had good memories of it, but you're right. The histories, the two clubs are connected. Obviously, the social club at D Street's very near the Oval, and a lot of Glen men go on there to socialise. So it is. The two teams are dyed in the fabric of East Belfast. So it's going to be, as I says, a good. Hopefully, it'll be a good spectacle and a good occasion for both clubs.
Yeah, obviously it's a big East Belfast occasion, quite unique as well in that the two management teams are from County Derry or County Londonderry.
Well, that's it. I know Declan obviously very well. Had him as a player many years ago at Institute, and then obviously he done a bit of coaching with me in his time as well. So we haven't really been in touch that much over the last number of years, but he's done very well for himself. Good career managing at Derry City and also at Glentorrent, and at Bohemians, as well as now as Glentorrent, and he had a good stint at the Irish FA as well. So him and Paddy are up there making good moves to get the club back to where they should be. The Glens being a big club, they're second in the league at the minute, and they've got some very good players, and they've made some really good signings, which I'm sure a couple of them will be playing against us on Friday night. So listen, as I says, we know it's going to be a really difficult game, but it's one that it's one we can enjoy because we're not expected to win the game, and we'll just go out and try and do our very best.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. Is this match merely a bonus, like a break from league business, or how do you see it?
Well, it is. That's what it is. It is a bonus. It's a break from the rigours of the league. We've had a really tough Christmas, and we've come out the other side with decent performances and some good results. So it is a nice sway away from the normal rigours of a Saturday match day or a Friday night match day. And as this is a added bonus now as well because it's the Irish Cup, the main cup competition, and the BBC cameras will be here. So it just adds to the occasion, and it's something that we're not used to. But if the players in the club want to go to that level, then they have to get used to these type of occasions, and more importantly, they have to perform in these type of games.
You're the home side, but of course the majority of the crowd on Friday evening will be with the opposition. How will that affect the dynamic for your lads, or it won't?
No, it won't, Matt. Don't the players get on with it? Our support base is quite low, as you know. The Glens are obviously the big catch in the east. But listen, 80% of the support here, dare I say 90% of the support will be Glentorrent, and they'll be cheering on, obviously, for the Glens they won. I think that's a good motivation for the players, and as I says, it really signifies what the Premiership's about. And if you want to get on that level, these are the types of games that you want to be involved in, and if you want to show people how good you are, it's a perfect opportunity on Friday night.
So Declan at the Oval has obviously made a lot of changes, but seems to be finding that missing consistency at long last. But the Welders are in some good form themselves.
Well, we're evolving. Declan's got a decent squad. I'm sure, like any manager, he'll always say he wants to add to it. We're the same. We've got a small squad, and when we get 2 or 3 injuries, it does cause us a problem. So we're really light numbers at the minute now. Will there be people on before Friday? Possibly. We're looking and speaking to people at the minute, but we've only really got 24 hours now to do that. But as I say, we've got a couple of knocks, but our squad, as we've seen on Monday night, is quite in a good mood at the minute. The confidence is good. Their know-how is good, and they're giving a good account of themselves. But as I says, it's different. We're part time. The Glens are full time. They're working every day. They have more opportunities to do the work that they need to do. We're limited to what we can do on a Tuesday and Thursday. But as I says, they're obviously going to be the team that's expected to win. But it's a cup tie. If we play well and we get at them and around them, anything's possible. But as I says, the good thing about it is it's a free hit. If we're out of it on Friday night at 10 o'clock, then we just get back to concentrating on the league campaign away to Armagh the following week.
So the pressure's on them, really.
Well, they're a big club. They're expected to win cups and competitions. Their supporters will want that, and rightly so, because they're one of the best supporter clubs in the country. But we just have to, as I say, worry about what we do, and that's what we'll do. And as I say, hopefully we can give it a good account of ourselves. I've been really pleased with the group. They're making good strides. They're a good group of players. We've added a nice bit of experience on there as well, which has helped the group, like with some of the players we've brought on. And as I says, we might be getting one or two on before Friday. But I'm really pleased with players at the minute, and it's an occasion that they deserve, and hopefully they can give a good account of themselves.
You were very unlucky against them in the County Antrim Shield game. In fact, you were within a whisker of winning that match. I think they equalised in the 96th minute. Does that mean anything on Friday night?
Not really. Just the only thing that the Glens will be more aware and give us the respect probably that we deserve. I don't think they underestimate us in any shape or form. I would know quite a few of their players very well, and they're very professional. And obviously brought in Shane McAhoney, who used to work on a programme that I used to work on. And Shane's a really good professional, so I can't see him letting his standards slip. But I can't see the game having any impact. I wasn't actually there that night. I was away on it was my wedding anniversary, 30th, and we were away in Spain, me and the wife. So I would have liked to have seen that game, but when I watched the video back, I was really pleased with performance. Maybe certain things could influence if I had been here. We lost control of the game in the second half, even we had 10 men. We should have had a wee bit more control, might have helped us stay in the game and get that one. But we need to be, as I say, at our very best on Friday night if we want to get anything out of this, and hopefully at the Glens don't have an off day.
So, yeah, full time, second in the Premiership, multiple times Irish Cup winners. You, part time, fourth in the Championship, never won the Irish Cup. It would be a major surprise, wouldn't it?
Oh, of course it would. As I say, the Glens are expected to win trophies. Their supporters expect that. And the Irish Cup is a big catch, and it's one of the trophies I'm sure Declan's targeting. So, listen, we're not. We'll give a good. We'll try and give a good account of ourselves. Anticipate that the players will, but whether or not that's going to be enough for a very talented Glentoran team, obviously only time will tell on Friday night.
Let's hope the weather cooperates. It's a little bit warmer tonight, and we have a nice big warm East Belfast occasion on Friday night.
Hopefully.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.